Hey boys, a regular Eldritch pouring in. Before we start playing today, I want to talk about the mod. The mod. There's a command now in the chat, the mod. We started making the overhaul. I know there is so many things to do.
Oh my god.
So many things to do.
You seen that shit?
Probably, I would say, over 5,000 things. Remove stuff, add stuff, change stuff, rework stuff, but I don't want to be feeling any pressure from this, and I'm the one dictating the changes, sending them to a viewer, Agneta. Initially was Sleepy Sen, now Agneta is doing the changes, and thank you guys. We are finally started modifying some stuff in the game. And for people who don't know how to use the mods, it's pretty straightforward. We'll show it one more time. You'll have a link somewhere, or you don't even need a link. You go to Steam Workshop. You Steam Workshop, you usually look for the mod or search for the mod. This one is pretty easy to search. Agneta named it Balance Changes Inspired by Elich. There's some text here. I added some text here Agneta as well. Like I said, this mod is intended to improve on vanilla game in spirit of the vanilla. So basically, little things that make sense or ironing out or completely were forgotten because devs don't have time or are unable to do because of multiplayer part of the game. Some parts that will make perfect sense, fit perfectly in the campaign, must be in the game, most likely via technologies and campaign mechanics, will never see light of day due to the multiplayer aspect of the game, and the devs are kind of living in a tunnel. So this overhaul will be focused on that. Like I said, it will be around vanilla game on the spirit of the vanilla. This is the stuff we're going to be using full time. A lot of these changes will benefit the AI faction more than player. Primarily the Norsca buffs already, the demons buffs, because mortals are superior to demons in the vanilla, but we pushed demons closer to mortals, if not some units now better. Because player can adjust to game strategies over AI, for example, use mortals over demons, like I said, in campaign on early tiers. There's a link to the mod here, and you guys don't know, you'll just find the mod, name more in progress. This is probably gonna get fixed. Just don't look at the creators. Don't look at the creators. Creators are both slashy perverts, and Steam loves these profiles. They love this stuff. So don't mind this. Don't mind this. So basically, you go to this mod and you click subscribe. The Steam will download it. It's a very small edit of stuff. It's going to be updated almost. Initially almost every day, but expect changes at least once a week. There's so much to do, and I don't want to feel like the overwhelming need, desire, or OCD of working on it full time instead of playing the game. When you click subscribe, you basically just go play the game, and you have this mod manager here. And you will see the mod down there, balance changes inspired by Elich. You enable the mod, and that's it. It's pretty straightforward. And you play, and that's it. Mod is on. Mod is on. I will say a couple of words what we have done. In the mods, you have a link to the mod changelog, which I'll be curating. It will always be up to date. And this is the current changelog. There are some nerfs, but most of them are buffs. Ignore this stuff here. I'm looking to buy new sneakers, all the bottom. Google, how you know? Stop spying. So basically, more stuff in the game, and you can just double check. For example, we did change Marauders in Norsca, and we have really make sure the early Marauders are way better. It's not a big buff, but it's a critical buff because this unit has not been touched in 8 years. 8 years, it's a disgrace, it's an atrocity, and it ruins the Norsca, especially for the AI. Marauders, Spearmen, all Marauders, but primarily these 3 Marauders. And from today, the Marauder Berserkers. have been buffed. This is in the stat line of the vanilla, just small changes over the place. One sec. Cat is meowing. Kate hides in the room. I start streaming and he starts like, let me out. So basically, Marauders had a terrible, terrible stat line. They've literally fallen behind average troops, and Empire just tramples them. Empire just tramples them. Their swordsmen are better. The swordsmen have lower health, but their stats are vastly superior. And the access and the faster access and how the Empire fights with infantry and everything is just far, far superior. Makes the Empire swordsmen literally worshippers of chaos compared to the poor peasants of Norsca. So from top of my head, we gave the Marauders 10 armor, 5 leadership, 2 attack, 4 defense, and 1 AP. This doesn't sound a lot. And 1 AP seems like, oh, this is like a CA change we do. Trust me, 1 AP on a unit like this with 120 combatants that has multiple damage buffs, it adds up to everything. This unit will have over 10 AP fully buffed. So some changes overall. This will, it's kind of sad to see Norscan armies, AI armies of Warriors of Chaos and Norsca with these units on turn 60 plus, and garrisons as well. This is a massive boost to early Norsca and the Norsca AI. The Marauder Spearmen got a similar change, slightly lower stats though. They were Marauder Spearmen were a DLC unit, so you know, as in with CA and DLC, they always give extra effort to stuff that you have to pay for, stuff that gets added with DLC. So Marauder Spearmen base was better, but we also slightly improved it. These ones were slightly improved over the regular Marauders. Like the Marauder Spearmen got 10 armor. All Marauders had light armor, 15 armor, doesn't really fit in the game. We put them to 25. All Marauders that had light armor. They're basically all of these units, including the horses and missile infantry. These ones were pretty straightforward: 1 attack, 1 defense, and 1 AP on top of 5 leadership and 10 armor. So just put these guys closer to Warhammer 3 level of early unit quality, comparable to early Empire, early Kislev, and early Dwarves. So basically, this is as close as you're gonna get to Norsca Overhaul before getting Norsca Overhaul, is by using this mod. Decent buff has been done to Marauder Berserkers because they used to be this scary early infantry in the game, but they're just poor these days. They're just poor. Poor. And other than 10 armor, just a couple of buffs, the ones I talked about. They gained 2 defense, 2 AP. The damage now going to be more relevant, especially the charge. And the thing that got completely forgotten since Warhammer 1 was their bonus with infantry. It was on 5. 5. Come on. We put it to 10. This is honestly a modest buff. Yeah, I think Marauder Berserkers could get slightly even more buffed, but this change, I think it's fitting for now. We can always adjust this later. For example, in Warhammer 3, Tomb Kings got the buff on Hekar Warriors, and they gave it 7 anti-infantry. Meanwhile, Marauder Berserkers had 5 since Warhammer 1. If you guys don't remember, in Warhammer 1, Mammoth had 5 anti-infantry. And let's see what they've done with the Mammoth in Warhammer 3. Mammoths in Warhammer 3 are super scary. They got numerous buffs, but they completely forgotten several other units. Look at the Mammoth these days. Additional armor, missile resistance. This is vanilla game, by the way. And look at the anti-infantry. From 5 to 34. And this is what I'm mentioning, guys. CA just year after year after year completely ignores much needed buffs on a lot of stuff, much needed changes on a lot of stuff, ironing out stuff that's been completely forgotten. And this is not just because of multiplayer balancing. This has just been completely forgotten. They are way over their head. The game is super massive, and they don't have time to keep looking at everything. And this is why this mod is needed. We have vast experience in this game, and we're gonna keep it in the spirit of the vanilla. So this is gonna be just a slightly change over the vanillas, where it fits, where it makes sense, where it is, you know, flavor for the faction, and stuff that cannot be done because of multiplayer. Major thing that's been done, this is just, I would say, a small buff to Norsca, but the major thing that's been done is the demons. The demons are a disgrace, man. Mortals are better than demons. When demons appear in the Warhammer universe, you are fucked. It is the end. It is the end for wherever the corruption is spread and demons appear. It is the end. But in Warhammer 3, they've been finely tuned, like a Warhammer 3 has been released as a StarCraft 2 esports game from day one. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And we have done this following changes to demons. All demons and elementals. Elementals are several units that are basically based on demons, but they're not demons because they're part of order factions like Kislev and Grand Kate, like Onyx Croman, Elemental Bear, and the Incarnate Elemental Beasts have received a buff to physical resistance from 20 to 25. And all of these units have also received 15% missile resistance. We have finally some proper demons. There's going to be a massive boost to the AI and to toughness to demons against several type of armies. But what's more also, their characters needed even more. Every character that was in the game that did not have innate character missile resistance of 15% now has it. And on top of additional 5 physical resistance. Every demonic unit, every elemental unit is tougher now to bring them close to mortals. I would still say the mortals are slightly better. I think all the monogods need 2 small buffs in their fitting categories. Like Slanesh, I think, needs slightly more speed and slightly more defense, which probably not going to be done because of multiplayer, but we'll do it eventually. Stuff like this are still needed. But this is some initial stuff, and over the weeks, over time, we'll see it. If stuff is too much, if stuff is off, we can revert it, we can change it, we can tune it. These are super easy changes to do. It will not even mess up your campaign. You can just lower it, increase it, and it's save compatible. So demons are proper. Greater demon, Exalt Great Demons, and the Demon Princes also have immortality since rank 1. Another massive thing that's been done is Wraith units. All the Wraiths have 50 missile resistance. Now we got Spooky Wraiths and Spooky Ghosts. These units simply do not work with no armor and no missile resistance. Physical resistance alone, that's even questionable esports, I would say. So they all have missile resistance. No armor that just doesn't work with just physical resistance. So they need missile resistance as well. I mean, ghosts getting killed by goblin arrows and peasant archers. Come on, man. Come on. They literally take more damage than a shielded unit from regular archers. So this had to be corrected. So a lot of missile stuff around. We also added some missile stuff where it makes sense. These are super squishy units. We also give them missile resistance 15. These units have a dodge specialty, but their armor is butchered and their dodge is esports friendly. Doesn't really fit the campaign, which makes this unit a little bit underwhelming. And you see those units, shoot them. It's stupid. So 50 missile resistance fits perfectly on Witch Elves. These are the units that should not get killed by trivial, mediocre, average missile units. Some units should be almost literally not harmed by these missiles. And the fact that you can literally use a Goblin Archer to kill a unit of Witch Elves, it's beyond stupid. So they're still gonna take a lot of damage from missiles, but at least they're not just gonna get obliterated by the most common missiles. But like I said, there's a list of changes on the past bin there, which will be updated. I will put all the changes here, and you can see there are currently 19 changes. Some of them are grouped. I'm gonna keep the unit buffs separate in case some stuff gets changed. But everything that's been changed, is here. And a reminder that CA is still completely oblivious to this issue, because they have created recently in a recent DLC, they've created a Savage Orc Great Shaman, Orc Lord with 0 armor and 25 physical resistance. That simply does not work. This does not work. That is broken. Because over time they've fixed this stuff. You know how? They actually have armor on the Savage Orcs. You wonder why they, you think these devs would look at the other Savage Orc units and health, physical resistance, and some of them got armor, like the pigs. When you have 10,100 health, 0 armor might work, but on a character with 4,000 health, 0 armor, no missile resistance, that does not work. This does not work. I literally had a situation where this guy just got instantly killed by projectiles. And every character is supposed to have an innate missile resistance. This is by design from back in Warhammer 1. This is a big, massive balance issue in the early Warhammer 1, and the solution was to give innate missile resistance to all characters. But over time, multiple devs teams, they lost it. They lost the design, and they started doing stupid stuff. Over time, they even, they renamed this thing like, oh, this unit has dodge. We'll give them physical resist. But since, they got no armor, they're fast, they have supposed to be dodge, so there's a specialty. But we can't give them missile resistance as well, so they don't give them missile resistance. So they give them skill for missile resistance. It's a flawed design. Flawed design. There's a reason why these characters have missile resistance. Like, for example, look at this. Look at this on the Wood Elves. 110 armor, 10,000 health, 50 missile resistance, 20 physical resistance. This is super inconsistent. This is vanilla unit. Vanilla unit. So these things will get ironed out. And in Warhammer 3, another example is they create a Kal Slaanesh. Doesn't even have dodge. Trash armor, slight armor, and they gave it 20 physical resist. But they didn't give it missile resist. So it looks like two or three different teams. You guys see how many inconsistencies are between the texts. The same text being literally warped into a chaos spawn over like 3 to 5 different wordings. That's probably how many teams have worked on Warhammer series over the years, and who knows how much spaghetti code and under bolognese they've created, and inconsistencies between the original design. And we who have been playing this series for over 15,000 hours, and yes, I will say we know better. We know better because we spent a good part of our lives already in this series. Devs got the tools to create all this shit, but devs come and go. We are here every year. We keep playing the game. I wonder how many people they have changed over the years, how many people they're adding every year, how much inconsistencies and issues are getting created because of this. So yeah, that's pretty much it, boys. You can download the mod on Steam. It's pretty much just turn it on. This will be enabled in every campaign. I want to just say one more thing. For the first time in 3 years, I slept like a baby. I don't know why, but I have to say it's because Frenzies has been added to Bloodthirsters. Bloodthirsters finally have Frenzy. Can you imagine the greater demon of Khorne? No Frenzy. For 3 years, it's been causing me problems to fall asleep. 3 years I've been thinking before bed, God damn CA can't put even Frenzy on Bloodthirster. How incompetent do you have to be? How incompetent do you have to be? Now, Bloodthirsters have Frenzy. Bloodthirsters have Frenzy. Why they didn't give Bloodthirster Frenzy is because of multiplayer. Of course, because of multiplayer. But this Pepegas, the devs, they never heard of technologies. They never heard of technologies. You can literally have a technology that gives a Bloodthirster Frenzy. You would think when you're playing Khorne, Slanesh, Nergel, Zinch. You know, you would strive towards these greater demons, you know, these engines of mass destruction. You would think the technologies would make these things into literally walking disasters, apocalypse move on the earth. But no, esports balancing even on the campaign technologies. What the fuck? Fucking disgrace. And you can see Bloodthirster have frenzy after 3 years. Exalted Bloodthirster better have friends too. Anyways, that's it for the mod side of things. Let's get back to the game.